Hey guys, my name is Steve and this is WilmerWoodworks. If you've been following along with the channel, you know from my 365 Days in the Shop short series, I'm slowly putting panels on my wall. Not really a French cleat system, but a MicroJig system. I'm using their system with the 14-degree dovetails to make slots in some MDF sheets that I was able to pick up for a very fair price on Facebook Marketplace. Get those sheets on the wall, I can use some of my horizontal storage and get things up on the wall and off the floor. This supplier here, Milescraft, reached out to me and said, hey, you're doing this large expanse and it requires a lot of measurements and things like that. Why don't we send you our digital tape measure to make the job a little easier for all those repeat cuts and markings and everything like that. So they agreed to sponsor a video and send me a sample. So I'll do a little unboxing here. I've got to sit down and read these instructions so I can actually learn how to use this device. And then we will be able to, throw that anywhere, be able to put the rest of the panels on my wall, hopefully quickly and easily. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, it's got one of those little magnetic case catches on the case. It is very nicely laid out. This is one of the nicest packaging I've seen on a tool recently. Got our instructions. It's almost like a cell phone the way that they package this up. Let's see here. We've got some stickers here. Looks like these are warning labels because it is a laser. You don't want to be shining it in your eyes. Nice instruction manual with all the modes and the actual device. So let's see. I don't know if this has any power. The get-go, I probably am going to have to charge it. Let's see. Is this the charging cable? Nope. This is the batteries. So it looks like we have a little lanyard here. USB-A to USB-C. There's no adapter on there, so you will need that conversion to what looks like rechargeable batteries. Just be very careful scoring those. Install these batteries and fire this device up and see what we've got. So it looks like these are AA rechargeable batteries. Get our negative and our positive. Push this back on. I'll push that up, see it's down to open, and it looks like we have a little set screw here, so we can put this on a tripod. There is the on screen. Let's see if we can get a quick measurement here. So I am 10 feet from that sidewall, 14 feet from my garage door, and 4 feet 10 inches, well, 5 feet from that wall. So I'm going to read the instructions on this. I'm going to learn how to use it, and then we will put those panels on the wall. So I'll have a few days to look this over, but for you, it's going to be. So let's take a quick measurement here. So using this laser level to the end of my last sheet and the end of the wall, looks like I have about 13 feet. So I'll divide that by, I believe each sheet is about 49 inches, and that should allow me to put 3 panels up. So we'll get to that right now. Before I could even start installing anything, I had to clear out the space and get the wall prepped. The goal here was to build a full MDF wall system for better organization. The biggest thing with the project like this is making sure everything is spaced and aligned correctly from the start. If this wall is even off a little bit, it's going to show across the entire setup. Once I applied the paint to the spaces that would be left, it was time to go pick up the MDF sheets. To make this system modular, I'm cutting grooves across each panel using the MicroJig MatchFit system. This lets me move fixtures and storage around without having to drill into the concrete wall every time. Once all the panels were cut and prepped, the next step was getting everything laid out on the wall. And this is where having an accurate measurement actually starts to matter. Once I was able to get each panel in a rough position, I was able to come back with the Milescraft digital laser tape measure and get an accurate pinpoint of the distance from my far wall. This helped me figure out what the distance between each panel would be to get an accurate reading. I could go back then for each panel and take that measurement and subtract the 49 inches that the panel was to make sure everything was spaced out correctly. To finish off each panel, I used 2.5-inch concrete lag screws that I used my hammer drill to mount into the concrete. Overall, this project turned out exactly how I wanted, and this little piece of tech helped me out a lot on making sure that all my measurements were accurate, especially when I was working by myself. Anybody that's worked with a tape measure knows holding a tape measure outstretched for more than about 5 or 6 feet, the thing's gonna crack and fall. This, all I had to do was point and shoot, and I knew exactly how far away from that back wall I was. So that allowed me to evenly space each of these panels along my wall. And I want them evenly spaced because 1, it looks better, and 2, I need to have these little clips that slide in. So I need that space to be able to push the clip in and move it over. So this definitely helped me out. So if you are used to working solo on a job and you are measuring longer distances, there are so many calculations that this computer can do. Isn't it about time we start using computers the way they should be used to help us and not just to watch memes or YouTube videos? Please continue watching this video. But I'm serious, this is a serious piece of tech that you should have in your toolbox. If you want to take a look at this or any of the other products that I've used in this video, I'll be sure to tag them all below. Shout out again to my Milesley. I really appreciate them sending me this tape measure. It definitely helped me.